Get a bloody move on.
So this week we took the Grand Tour.
Hurry up!
Eventually, we decided to stop off.
Here we go!
City, the DBS's true colours started to shine through.
Go.
This is by far the most powerful car here, and the lightest, and the most sort of aggressive. And yet, it just glides along in GT mode, which I'm in now.
Keep your foot in it, man!
Jesus Christ. The City, the DBS's true colours started to shine through.
Go.
This is by far the most powerful car here, and the lightest, and the most sort of aggressive. And yet, it just glides along in GT mode, which I'm in now, Grand Touring mode. It's like a hovercraft. Right, there's a small difference there between the DB11 and this. I'm afraid you're going to have to face facts, both of you. You're in wheelbarrows, and I'm in a spaceship.
Ah, an old man imagining he's James Bond. Thing is, if we're going to talk about long-legged, luxurious, continent-crossing GT cars, we're talking about Bentleys. They're the definitive GTs. Whisper quiet, velvety smooth, a hit.
Let's do this.
Massive power weighting, 626 horsepower under my right foot.
Go!
0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, which is absolutely mind-boggling in a car this big.
Oh, God.
This is dangerous because of you.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, my God.
But a GT car, first and foremost, it's got to be a nice place to be because, by definition, you're going to spend a lot of time in it. And this is a fine place to be. This finish on the center console, this metal here, is aluminium that's been milled in the same way that they mill aluminium inserts in the back of expensive watches. If I press this button here, I can rotate between my different screens. Oh, analog dials and clocks in the center of the day.
The problem for me with the Bentley and the Aston is that they're
Hurry up!
heritage and the meaning of tradition, and it's all just nonsense, really.
Away!
Actually, if you want to talk about heritage and traditions, then the BMW has the strongest. It's still made in Munich by the same company. It has a 4.4-litre twin-turbocharged V8 developing 523 horsepower. It also has four-wheel drive, rear-wheel steering and adaptive anti-roll bar. Has an 8-speed gearbox. It's not twin clutch, but it is flappy paddle and it is very sharp. Oh no! This is a proper car. Not tinsel.
Even though our cars didn't recognize Georgia as a country, we soon arrived in the town of Gori, the birthplace of Joseph Stalin. Outside, we checked out the statue of Stalin, which that night caused a debate between, well, two of us.
The man who beat Hitler is from your town, so obviously, as they have done, you put up a statue to him. But then it turned... Get a bloody move on!
The next morning,
Here we go!
Nigel Mansell's head gets in the way of road signs, and I have to sort of crane round him to see them, and I don't want to miss them.
We're off.
This is terrible.
oh, you've got to love that.
Oh no.
There you go.
What?
He's a muppet.
Oh! Oh, brilliant! Wow! Oh my God! Oh God! Oh, for God's sake!
No, come on.
Keep going! Yeah! Oh my God! Oh no! Time to play. Yes!
Having parted company with James's fan club, we eventually arrived at the racetrack. Built in the days of communism, it hosted some terrible and boring races until the Soviet Union and it fell apart. A few years ago, though, it was brought back to life.
Let's do this. Oh, look at this. Drifting with the traction control off. No.
That is brilliant. Drive fast. No, I want my mommy. No! It's incredible. Hello. Oh no. Oh, for God's
The DB11 was the first Aston I've ever driven that felt good on a track. And this is the second.
Get a bloody move on.
Ah, Richard Hammond driving around in Chatsworth House here.
Childish nonsense. Come!
Bad things going on.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Well done, Hammond, you flipping idiot.
Meanwhile, in the BMW, I too had been leaning on the electronics.
Previously on the road, I had this set up in my version of Sport, which you can program, and I had the steering on Comfort and the ride on. But now, I have it in Sport Plus.
Hurry up!
The four-wheel steering and the 8 Series is exactly what you'd expect.
Go. It's tremendous. Ow!
Go faster.
Good! I have been clever. Yes! Yes! Full throttle. This is just brilliant. It's tremendous.
It's easy. It's a BMW. It feels like a BMW.
It's so easy, in fact, that while going past the pits, I noticed something.
There's a bloke with a stopwatch.
Let's do this.
Eventually, we pitted to see how we'd done.
Go on then.
Right. I've seen how fast.
Hurry up!
Thing is, this is quite an interesting test. Get out of the way.
I don't need a Waz. I don't need a Waz.
Go! Oh, I shouldn't feel so good, but it does.
Right then, let's go.
Go!
Slight slow there.
Ooh! Rub it! Ah! I'm winning.
Oh God, it's interfering.
Come on. Come on.
Let's do this.
Oh, it's worse going through the corners because it all sloshes to one side.
Go, go, go! Gotta keep the pressure on. Oh!
Thank you very much.
Stop it!
What a tit.
Get on with it!
Come on, come on, come on.
Right, we're all set. Oh!
That'll do. Just... Oh, it's worse going through the corners because it all sloshes to one side.
Go!
You're going to burn for that.
Go, go!
I'm slightly alarmed. That'll do. Just, can't run. It's gonna happen. What? Who's in there?
Get a bloody move on.
Hurry up!
Let's do this.
And decided to test the boot space in our Grand Tourers.
Get out of the way.
How much is the record player?
We're going to do a selfie.
Another way that they've captured the lustfulness of the lady dog and the wistfulness of James. So you've got two giant orcs.
Yep, a guitar and a clock, and I'm very pleased.
Get a bloody move on.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a leather pouch.
Anyway, the interesting...
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a leather pouch.
Anyway, the interesting thing about the Aston Martin is... I've got quite a lot to say.
I need to get out now.
At this point, James came back after a very ambitious shopping trip.
Could you hold the porcupine, please? Yak goes in first.
How big is that boot?
It is actually really big.
It's unnecessarily big, actually.
Too much boot.
It's a Grand Tourer. It's for taking luggage, as you said only the other day. His master's voice will go there. And then the Spanish man of war.
I then came up with a plan to get rid of what wouldn't fit in my car.
I bought you a present.
With our souvenirs loaded up, we got back on the...
Hurry up!
He's a liar and a cheat. Go, go, go! Yeah, I got more. Good!
Sorry. Disaster.
What is wrong with you? Oh! Oh! Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, you ready?
Brilliant! Thank you! Give me everything you've got. Thank you very much. Rubbish. Oh. Oh yeah.
At the next town, May and I wanted to pull over, and Hammond didn't.
It was all very nice jollying around, but these are GT cars. We've got to cover miles in them. We've got miles to go. We need to get a move on.
The town, however, was called Ganja. So obviously May and I wanted to experience the architecture.
Can we stop stopping off to look at things? The whole point of this trip is to prove that...
Get a bloody move on. Get out of the way.
This escapade.
2, 1, begin. Go.
Oh, hello.
You idiot.
For heaven's sake, I beg of you, drive fast. Whoops! What are you doing here?
Oh, hell. Beep, beep.
Oh my God! That'll do.
No!
That's it, keep going, keep going. It is quite scary through here. Right, so, new plan. Are you terrified? Oh, dearie me. Get on with it.
No offence, Abby, but you're not having it.
The finish line at the Garden of Paradise was close. And as we entered the outskirts, the patio of paradise, Abby was in sight.
Let's do this.
Oh, my word.
Here we go!
Eventually, Hammond and I found
Hurry up!
unrealistic real-world test out of the way. We continued heading east.
Begin.
Completely useless.
Oh, no.
What? Road safety is what this show's about. Oh no. That feels good. Go, go, go! Oh! Okay. Oh, yes! Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. No. What?
All the things a car has to excel at to be a good GT car, luxury, comfort, power, style, make for just a good car of any sort. And this new Bentley Continental GT is a very, very, very good GT car. I'm gonna say it, this thing is a masterpiece. They've absolutely nailed it, and it deserves to wear.
Let's do this.
Smooth, it's quiet, it's unobtrusive, but then you just knock it down a few and give it a bit of shoot.
Away!
It becomes sonorous, its voice becomes more heartfelt, and it tingles through the steering wheel and through my buttocks. It's lovely. And the other thing, and I...
Get a bloody move on. Let's do this.
It gives us a chance at least to say how good.
Get a bloody move on.
And on a terrible disappointment for him, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.